The movie begins with a king that cares more about wishes more than anything. As this film states, a wish that drives your heart is what makes you who you are. Which is not only cringe and incorrect, but the movie says how impossible it is to make the wish come true. So basically, this guy made granting wishes possible by studying magic and becoming a sorcerer, and protected people while granting wishes for the good and the worthy. Then made a utopia society on an island and welcomed everyone from anywhere to live. And as his kingdom grew, he held a wish ceremony every month to grant someone's wish. As we're introduced to Asha, who has a mom and a grandfather. And when asked to help make a cake for her granddad's birthday, she says no. Which there's nothing wrong with, but it shows that her character isn't exactly a selfless person. As she runs off to give a tour to the newcomers, with Disney proving how inclusive they are. With blacks, whites, and the Asian, and a random kid without his parents to show how safe and welcoming the island is. Asha then sings a song with lyrics saying you get to give your wish. Meaning you don't have to, but you get to, so it was never mandatory. Which is important information for later on. Then we have the Asian named Dahlia, who is Asha's best friend. Wow. Hiya, you want fried rice? Asian food makes me nervous. No, you are a bitch. So the film tries to paint Asha as a really caring, selfless person, but if she cared so much about the people of Roses, then why couldn't she care enough about her grandpa to help make the cake he wanted? Then Asha's friend points out it's her granddad's 100th birthday the same day as the wishing ceremony, and that Asha might become the king's apprentice through today's interview. Oh, I think he right. So Asha gives him the powder because she's such a caring person. And with the queen arriving, she takes Asha for her interview. Donut. Baka. Okay. The queen then takes Asha to see the king, and turns out Asha isn't the most respectful guest. Don't touch that, please. Okay, I'll go touch it. I'm stupid. Then King Magnifico is like, here, let me help you get out of the mess you created. Hacha, what the? Hi. The king then asks what her strengths are, so she shows him her drawings, including a drawing of her father that passed away. So the king is empathetic with his loss as he had great losses in his life growing up. And with the king opening up to Asha, he shows her the wishes and they both sing a song. Objectively, what stands out most from this film are the songs. That despite the flawed plot, lack of character depth or development, Disney still makes good songs. Then upon finding her grandfather's wish, Asha then asks the king to grant her family's wish. As the king feels like people only associate with him because they want something from him. But despite this, he still looks into the wish and tells Asha it's too dangerous since the wish is to inspire the next generation. And although her grandfather might be harmless playing the guitar, the king was concerned what if this inspires greed, envy, fighting amongst others to try to have the spotlight for themselves. So the king rejects Asha's request, but because she can't take no for an answer and doesn't understand the king is trying to protect Roses, she whines and says it's unfair that some wishes won't be granted. Instead of being grateful, she lives in a place that can grant wishes to come true. So she argues with the king, which is punishable by death, but it's interesting the king is seen as the villain for raising his voice despite the disrespect from Asha. I love how shocked she gets, like, why would he raise his voice at me? I only argued with him and questioned his competence as king. It's really about having different philosophies. Asha believes the wishes should be given back to the people if it won't be granted, so that at least they can try for themselves even if it doesn't work out. Whereas the king believes nearly all wishes won't come true anyway and knows how painful it is when you chase dreams that don't come true, so believes it's better to be given to him where it's protected and forgotten, with the king deciding to grant the wish that is best for Roses. So then granddad thinks he's getting his wish granted, but the king gives it to a girl, with her wish to sew the most beautiful dresses in all the land. So Asha sulks and is told she won't be the king's apprentice nor have any of her family's wishes granted, which isn't that bad considering she could have been sentenced to death. And instead of being happy for the girl who got her wish granted, which I'm sure she has a family as well that are happy for her, Asha tells her granddad on his birthday his wish will never be granted and tries to tell him his wish despite him not wanting to know. But she starts having a fit that it's not fair the king gets to decide when he created this utopia that people can live rent-free, no taxes, and was given the wishes willingly. As the granddad gets annoyed at Asha for trying to break his heart by telling him a wish that it would never be granted. So then Asha starts to cry and runs away to make it all about herself on her granddad's birthday. Which is not only selfish, but again shows she isn't considerate of her granddad's feelings. And just does whatever she wants, which is the total opposite of being selfless. So Asha sings and makes a wish on a star, with the star making its presence felt to everyone in Roses. With the king becoming paranoid and threatened by the powerful unknown magic. And he feels this way since his home was literally destroyed as a kid, so he decides to do whatever it takes to protect Roses. As Asha then meets the star she wished upon. And the star flexes his magical powers. Huh? I'm gay. Gay! Sprinkle, sprinkle. Konnichiwa. これは大丈夫ですか? Oh! As the other animals start talking. We are all Japanese. 야, 이 새끼야. 난 한국 사람이거든. 알았나? Nope. Whoever wrote the script needed to do a better job to make Asha more likable. Because as soon as she finds out Star has magic powers, she asks if it grants wishes. And just like how she treated the king, she uses the star to get what she wants for her and her family. And tells the star we need to free the wishes from the king and illegally steal and trespass despite the king creating this utopia and all the wishes willingly given to him. Because Asha feels like it doesn't belong to him and thinks she knows better, she commits crime to release the wishes. Meanwhile, the king's paranoia only gets worse and starts to consider resorting to forbidden magic due to the fear of unknown magic being stronger than he is. But the wife's like, please, put the book down. And bro, listen to her, because even up until this point, he's a good dude, green flag, that actually cares about protecting the people of Roses from destruction, while Asha sneaks Star into the kingdom. I just don't get why the film would make the king, who is the villain, likable, and the main character Asha have clear flaws that make her difficult to like. Hihi, bzoom. Huh?
I really have to watch where I'm going.
Because Asha at this point comes across as everything needs to be done my way because I know better than the king when I haven't done anything for Roses. Fuck you. I actually know how to get into a king's study room. Wait, you do? No comment. Then Asha's friend tries getting in the room Star is in, so she freaks out and acts sus. So her friends call her out on it. After everything that happened, I made a wish. What are you, 5? So Asha then shows her friend Star. And with her friends being skeptical since the use of magic is forbidden outside of the king, Asha tells them not to tell anyone as her friends leave for a public gathering. You're trying to steal from the king? It's not stealing. The wishes don't belong to him. So the Asian gives her the secret entrance to the king's crib as Asha tells her to stall the king. How the hell I stall a king? And with the people gathered, the king explains there is a traitor using magic which is forbidden, and anyone who catches the traitor, their wish will be granted. And anyone who helps the traitor will never get their wishes granted. Meanwhile, Star creates a fire in the king's study room, which is also very illegal. Yes. Fire! And with the king finishing his speech, the Asian Dahlia stole him. Your Majesty, wait, please. Yes, go on. Hi, I'm Daria. I make your shitty cookies for $2. Fantastic, what can I do for you? And this turns into a Q&A session of citizens questioning the king and his confidence by asking things like, how do I know the wishes are safe? As he starts feeling like the public doesn't even respect him as a king. Honestly, imagine living in a town you have no homeless or racism, you don't pay taxes or rent, and the biggest concern you have is if your wish gets granted or not. Sounds like a pretty privileged and good life to me. But now the king feels like his people doesn't acknowledge his protection or leadership, so the king resorts to getting more power from forbidden magic. Meanwhile, Asha finds her granddad's wish and takes it. And mind you, the whole questioning the king to stall him was Asha's idea, so again, all because Asha couldn't take no for an answer and acted on her wants. The king is now a villain as forbidden magic is controlling him now. Yo, her face be like, look what we did to him. Honestly, the movie title shouldn't be Wish, but instead How to Make a Good Man Go Bad. As Asha then goes back home and gives her granddad the wish, and is to be an artist to inspire the next generation. And when granddad gets his wish back, he just feels a little bit better. That's it. Like, was it really worth it? Huh? I found you, bitch. Where is the star? Your mama eats ass. Is this your wish? Oh my gosh, that's my wish. Huh? Man, fuck your wish. Oh. What is this? Oh, I'm evil now. Hiya. What the hell? Yeah, it's strings. Square up. Hey, take this. Yo, really, Disney? Really? You're telling me a teenage girl can take out a magical king in strength? No wonder he got forbidden magic. He was weak this whole time. Look how weak he is. And the gods are so useless, they lose to some strings. As Asha's family runs off and gets to a boat to leave the island to someplace safe. And now the whole family is homeless and sad, so it's like, was it really worth it over a wish? And Asha's like, well, I ain't giving up. We freeing them wishes. So she jumps off the boat and is somehow able to tread water for miles and miles in a dress. Meanwhile, the king makes a magic staff and sacrifices 3 wishes of the people who questioned him earlier. Oh, my heart though. I do find it interesting how the film tries so hard to make him look so evil, when bro still hasn't killed anyone for talking back to him, which is what kings and queens did back in the day. And the wife, instead of trying to understand and help her husband get better, she sides with Asha. Like, after all those years of being together and building the kingdom, and you can clearly tell your husband isn't okay, instead of trying to help him, you side with a teenager? And despite all that, the king still listens to her and gets a public gathering. Honestly, my biggest problem with this film was that the villain wasn't evil enough and the main character wasn't selfless enough. And there wasn't a single character you can genuinely like. Every character in this film had flaws, so it was all about perspective on who you thought was the villain or the hero. Like, I can't root for Asha for being a homewrecker telling Star to use a mouse to manipulate the queen to turn against the king. Like, how is that a good person? The king then reveals Simon as the one who identified the traitor as Asha. Meanwhile, the queen gets manipulated by a mouse to turn against the king thanks to Asha. As Simon gets his wish granted and turns into a royal knight. Because of the forbidden magic, Simon turns evil and snitches all of Asha's friends, which only helps Asha since the friends have no choice but to be on her side to free the wishes since they're now criminals of Rosas. So Asha finds them to sing a song about how horrible the king is to get her friends to help her. Which again, gossiping with friends to talk smack behind someone else's back is not a likable feature. Think about it, if someone talked bad about you to get a group of people to hate you, would you find that person who gossips to be likable? Of course not. So not only Asha's friends, but the queen now joins Asha to help her. So because of one bad moment of the king acting strange, it gives the queen the pass to leave her man. So this film teaches if your significant other has a bad moment or does one thing you don't like, that's good enough reason to ignore all the good times spent together and leave them. Could you imagine if Disney had a film where the guy leaves a girl because she had one bad moment and the guy is seen as the good guy? What kind of message is this sending to kids? So the wife goes to the king and lies to him and tricks him into leaving his room. And you know what the king does? He listens to her. So who's the real villain? Then the queen sneaks Asha's friends in, while Star gives Asha a magic wand because plot armor. Oh shit. So as the king pursues Asha, her friends try releasing the wishes. What the Asian? And the queen find out there's no going back after using forbidden magic. I'm Korean! And as they all jump, the wishes get released. And is seen by everyone in the kingdom, including Asha's family, who heads back. We, ow, oh my gosh, tumble tumble. My wand, crack, we won. Really? Ta-da, I'm the ginger. Huh? Oh no, hiya! You really think you can hurt a ginger? No shit. Please don't hurt me. Okay. Oh. So Asha heads back, and while her friends and Star celebrate, the kingdom pulls up, which confuses me. Like, if you were in the kingdom the whole time, why didn't you just stop the kids when they were inside your room? I want a divorce. Well, too bad I signed a prenup. Bzzoom. Now, mind you, this is the weakest Disney villain I've ever seen, because the queen is fine. No damage was taken, not even a bruise. And when Asha pulls up, she gets captured by the king. Wee. Who's your daddy? Nasabenya. Like if the king is so evil, just turn Asha into a toad or something. Cause the king does these attacks that looks like it hurts, but it does no damage. Look, the queen is still fine, no damage, she chill. So then Asha sings a song with others joining in.
His magic combined, so I make this wish.
Bijung, no damage. Honestly, if the king's attack actually hurt, nobody would sing along, but cause bro was so weak this whole time, they all sing. Interesting how everyone in Roses knew this song and sang it all in sync with no rehearsals or anything, so Star comes out of the staff which sucks in the king instead, with the wishes all being returned so they can try and fail to achieve their dreams themselves. When statistically if the king granted a wish once a month, then more people would have achieved their dreams in reality, but whatever, yay movie. Simon then apologizes but is forgiven cause they got rid of the real bad guy. And without hesitation, the queen, when finding her ex-husband and his staff, sends him to the dungeon. That man put her as queen and she puts him in jail. And as time goes by, Asha's granddad becomes an artist that later inspires Ice Spice to shake ass. As Star makes a magic wand for Asha and gives her the magic power to do whatever she wants with it, basically creating another King Magnifico. So it's like, what's the point of getting rid of the king when you just made someone else obtain magic power that can abuse it whenever she desires to? I truly hope Disney's next princess movie is a lot better because y'all went from Tangled, Frozen to this. This is straight ass. But again, that's just my opinion, so feel free to leave your comments and your thoughts on this film down below. It's been your boy KC. Thank you for watching. And yeah, till next time.